Hey there, Ranger Nation. It's Nate, and welcome to the Webcast with Attitude LR4. And this is episode 188. Respect the past, embrace the future. Guys, there's a reason why it's called that. It has to do with a lot of stuff within the Power Rangers franchise and everything, and what's going on with that. So, but before we get into that, let me introduce you to my more phenomenal co-hosts. We've got Ryan. We've got Rick. Yep. And guys, last Tuesday was a 10-year anniversary of LR4. Guys, me and Rick have been here for 10 years. 10 years. And Ryan has joined yeah. So at some point I'll figure out how long he'll be here probably about a year. No, not until
about a year. He joined this year.
Yeah, not a year, about months in, and then probably a year later next year. But yeah, also it's August, it's Power Month, which we're really not doing much with Power Month because, I'm going posting whatever Ryan's continuing posting stuff for Legacy Wars, which we'll be talking about that in another episode at some point. This was not included in this episode because I had a lot of other stuff added to the topic. So, so Ryan, I do have to ask you this: even though we don't have it in the episode, how do you go about, choosing what you're going to post on Facebook and everything when it comes to Legacy Wars?
Honestly, it's mainly just the costumes and then the characters they have that they're coming out with on Friday, which the only thing I don't like is they show you a silhouette at the beginning of the week and you're like, oh, who's it going to be? And then instead of just wait till Friday to give you here's the person, here's all their moves, it's the next day it's all you guessed, it's this person. The next day is a few more moves, and then Friday is when they actually release it. So yeah, I try to do whatever they post, at least with the characters and stuff. I will post the contest, not so much, but there's some maintenance things I will probably put down, but other than that, just mainly characters and costumes.
Which, honestly, it's kind of funny because that seemed to have a lot of maintenance things going on with it more than anything. And so also, I'm going to ask Rick about this. Now, when you first started on LR4, we did not have a topic for you, did we?
Nope.
Yeah, we were. I was trying to think to give Rick a topic because I know that he's on it when it comes to the Boom Studio comics and everything, reading them.
I'm
and
on
everything.
getting them.
He's on getting them. Well, he's on getting them, and knowing about when they're going to be out and everything. And I make sure to give him the articles and everything, which it's a lot to do. And I figured that'd be a perfect topic for him because his suggestion he gives.
When it comes to doing work, I suck.
We're working on that. And as for me, after 10 years doing all the birthdays, posting the Rangers being at Ranger Stop, being at Power Morphicon, some being at Lexington or being at Cincinnati Comic Expo, which me, Ryan, and Rick will be going next month. We only go for one day because.
Oh shit!
Did you already get your pass for that?
No, I did. I just forgot next month, September.
Yep.
Damn time flying.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Ryan's first time.
Even when you're not having fun.
Yeah. Ryan's first time was last year, and Ryan, you said you enjoyed it. You had a good time there.
Yeah, the only other convention I've ever honestly been to was a rock convention. I think probably at the same place I was 10.
Yeah.
when I went. So at least
Like,
going
are you
to
talking
see
about
that,
like
I actually
rock,
enjoyed growing
rock
up.
and roll, or like
Minerals,
rocks?
minerals, fossils, stuff like that. I was like, I think it was like 10.
Yeah.
So actually going to like something of like comics, anime, all that stuff actually it's different, but I enjoyed it.
And so you finally sold that rock collection after many years.
Honestly, I didn't even buy a rock collection. I think I bought one of those like wooden like fossil models of like a T-Rex or something. I think that's what I bought. Didn't go for the rocks, went for the wooden fossils that were
Yeah.
not made of
And
rock.
that was Rick's first convention he's ever been to, back in 2012, and that's where I first met him, back in 2012. And you were originally only planned to go one day, right?
Yeah.
And then you decided to buy since I was going to be going a second time. And like, yeah. And then he was able to get, because I was telling him about Jason David Frank having a meet and greet and everything. And he's like,
Yeah.
do you guys still have stuff for meet and greet? Where's the money for it? Did you wait? You gave the money to them up front, didn't you?
I give them the money there at the convention.
Yeah. Hey, do you have a spot? Is that enough? We're good.
Because
But
before that, I didn't follow conventions and stuff.
Yeah, it's funny though. I remember this one time, this one person went in there and she didn't have a receipt or nothing for that. So she just showed up without actually paying for that VIP meet and greet. She thought it was, something else. Yeah, do you remember that, Rick? The girl dressed up as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
Not offhand.
Yeah, I remember. I was like this. I was like, well, that was awkward. I think that was like the second time I met Jason David Frank. The first time was PMC 2010, and I went for his VIP meet and greet and also his photo op with him in the Green Ranger costume. And I think he was only doing the Green Ranger costume at the time before he retired doing that. So he would take pictures with the fans, if they paid for it and all that stuff. And I'm sure he's like, you know what? I'm kind of glad. I'm sure at the time he was probably thinking, I'm kind of glad I retired that, because I was sweating my ass off in that thing. I don't care how much AC was in there. But so, yeah, and those things are fun. I would definitely suggest for those of you guys that live in Cincinnati or some and all to go this, or if you live somewhere close to Cincinnati, I would suggest going there. It is next month. It's the 22nd through the 24th, I believe, of September of this year. It'll be at the Duke Energy Center. You guys know where that is. Unfortunately, this year, next year, it's going to be at a different location because they are renovating the Duke Energy Center. So I would suggest, getting a chance to go to this, and then it's supposed to be in Sharonville, Ohio next year, I believe.
Yep.
So
Closer to work. Nice.
So anyway, guys, the reason why this episode is called Respect the Past, Embrace the Future. As you know, Power Rangers is leaving New Zealand. Has already left New Zealand. They're no longer going to be doing Power Rangers there anymore. But here's a newscast posted from the news channel, and from I can't remember what the news channel is called, but it's from New Zealand. So let's go ahead and take a look at that.
The international TV series Power Rangers is leaving New Zealand after 20 years of production here. The show has brought more than $340 million into the local economy, with members of the film industry calling it a great loss for the cast and crew. Isabel Prasad reports.
It's been an international hit series for 3 decades. But now Power Rangers is going after 20 years filming here.
I find it really sad just because I know what an impact it's had on the industry here.
It's devastating, actually.
The show was originally filmed in Japan and the US, but came here to reduce production costs. It soon became a pathway for aspiring Kiwi actors and crew.
Nothing could prepare me for that sort of schedule and that kind of, that style of shooting, and it was incredible. It was so exhausting and it was so much fun.
As a young actor going out and working on that show, it's where I learnt everything about how to be a film and television actor.
Good morning, Rangers.
Tuila Blakely had a star role as Commander Shaw.
Between the crew, between the cast, it's this amazing feeling and this amazing bond, and I'm gutted to see it leave our shores production-wise.
Production company Hasbro hasn't confirmed why it's discontinuing production here, but in a statement said it was committed to keeping Power Rangers fresh by reimagining the brand.
Some in the industry believe it could be connected to our tax rebate percentage.
That's one of the nervous things, I think, for the moment for our producers who work on international, is maybe we're just not quite as competitive as we might be in the world at 20-25%.
I want us to remain a production destination, and, rebates and things like that really help.
Sad to say goodbye to New Zealand, Chase?
Yeah, but I'll be back soon.
That seems unlikely, with the future of the show still unclear. Isabel Prasad, One News.
I have to admit, them ending it with that from Dino Charge.
that was funny. But yeah,
I do like the fact that, when the newscast started, they had the scene of Mighty Morphin behind them, even though Mighty Morphin never actually filmed in New Zealand except for the special.
Yeah, that's why they used it. And I do, so like I said, 20 years. So they started, the first time when they shot Power Rangers was with Ninja Storm, and all the way to the special and into Cosmic Fury. So, 20 years. And a lot of the actors that they did interviews with was Sally Martin, as you guys know, as Tori Hansen, the Blue Wind Ranger from Ninja Storm, and Rhea, I can't pronounce her last name. She played Miratrix in Operation Overdrive. And Tulia Blakely, she plays, as I said, General Shaw. She's played General Shaw, Commander Shaw and then General Shaw in Power Rangers Beast Morphers season 1 and 2, and then she came back for season 2 of Dino Fury. And what I understand in the article, she's supposed to come back for Cosmic Fury. So, yeah. So, but it's sad seeing that. And they did say, they want to keep it, fresh and everything. A lot of people are wondering, does that mean it's ending? Power Rangers is done with? Guys, no, it's not done. They're not done with Power Rangers. They're moving to a different location. They're gonna try. With everything going on.
We're gonna keep Power Rangers fresh. Well, how? By not having Power Rangers anymore.
That would not make any sense if they were trying to get rid of Power Rangers.
Exactly.
Yeah, Ryan, what do you think, man? With everything that was said in that video and all that.
Fresh new start.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
I see it being a tax thing as well.
Yeah.
Because if they're more expensive than another place, of course you're going to go film somewhere else that's cheaper.
Right, and also it makes sense too because they've already I think the plan was that I don't think they were actually planning to renew doing it in New Zealand anyway. I think the plan was maybe this is just my guess, guys. This is just me guessing. Could have been just maybe they were thinking about bringing it to the U.S. back to the U.S. or maybe Canada or something like that, because that's what's been said that since they're leaving New Zealand. It gives it more opportunities for them to do something with the reboot whenever that happens. Because, we don't know when the reboot's going to happen. We understand that there's supposedly going to be after this season, this is supposed after Cosmic Fury. This is supposed to be the last era, the last for this era of Power Rangers. And then I think there is something talking about a hiatus during 2024, and then more likely we'll get the reboot in 2015. 2024. Yeah, we're going back in time, guys. No, in 2025, the year 2025. So that's what people are thinking, and because we haven't heard anything about the reboot. But besides that, I just wanted to say, thanks New Zealand for letting us be with you guys for the 20 years and able to celebrate the 30-year anniversary of Power Rangers. And I'm glad the actors and hopefully.
And of course, New Zealand saying, "Well, thank you for the money. Wish you could have stayed."
And I mean, going
and
the
I'm
fact
sure they enjoyed the actual tourism from the cast members that weren't New Zealand natives.
I mean, I know that some of them were
they had all
from
kinds
Canada, because in SPD there were a lot of them from Canada, I believe.
Yeah.
Some of them were Canadian from Canada, I believe, and so I think I mean, granted, a lot of people were not very.
I do
thrilled
wonder how
about
much
the Disney era. So that's the thing.
I do wonder how much of Hasbro's decision to leave New Zealand had to do with the worldwide event from a couple years ago that almost prevented them from being able to import actors for Dino Fury.
World event. I'm trying to think what that was. The pandemic.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure that
I'm trying to avoid certain terminologies so that YouTube doesn't turn around and block our video.
Yeah.
But
pandemic.
But I wonder how much that had to do with Hasbro's decision to leave. I mean, I don't know if it did. It may not have. They may have said, "Hey, we can actually get a better tax rate by going here," and that could have been it. It could have been, well, they limited us, and we couldn't do everything we wanted there. It could be, well, why should we spend the money to send people to New Zealand when we have a perfectly good studio here that we use for other things?
So, Ryan, I'm going to ask you.
There's a strike.
Yeah. Ryan, I want to ask you this, and I'll ask Rick the same question. So, with Power Rangers starting off being owned by Disney and then moving production into New Zealand, and then Saban buying it back for the Saban brands, Neo Saban era, and then now we're in the Hasbro era. What did you think of the Disney era, which I'm basically asking onward to the different eras?
Disney's wasn't too bad. Like, obviously grew up watching it, but as you get older, you kind of stop. And I think Samurai was the one that kind of got me back into it, feeling like how it used to be, like growing up watching it.
Right.
But I don't know. I did find it kind of weird that once Saban got it back, the second season was a super version of the current, or the
basically the continuation.
Besides Megaforce, Super Megaforce, granted, was the same, but they had different. It was a different Sentai series.
Yeah. So, Rick, the same question. What did you think of the Disney era onward to Neo Saban and then Hasbro?
I mean, Disney had its ups and downs. Disney turned around and stopped caring about the brand after several years.
Yeah.
Disney had a policy in effect for a lot of shows where it was 3 and done. meaning that they got 3 seasons and then that was it. Now, as we know, a few shows on Disney broke that mold. Power Rangers being one of them. That's why, like, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody became
On Deck.
On Deck was Zack and Cody.
Mm.
That way they could continue the show while being like, well, it's a different show. That's why, you know, Disney stopped caring. Like, you could tell, like, in the production of definitely Overdrive, you could tell that they didn't care. Jungle Fury, I feel, has some of the same feel. RPM, Disney said, just finish it. And basically walked away and let the directors do whatever they want. Which is actually why RPM is actually one of the better seasons. SPD, you could tell that they didn't care as well, even though it was actually a good season, because they cut budget. That's why Omega didn't have a secret identity. They didn't want to put money into another actor.
Twinkly light bulb, twinkly fairy.
That's also why Ninja Storm followed more of the Japanese storyline instead of being the supposed hexagon, which,
which
that's even still mostly a myth. But they didn't want to put money into that either. And I mean, I can't blame them. You know, the Power Rangers, when it was first created, was originally supposed to be a cheap show. The idea behind it was we'll film a few scenes with some live action humans from the US, and we'll splice in all this Japanese footage that, you know, already exists, and we got a show. And honestly, after a while, it became a bigger budget.
And so let me go ahead and jump in here. So, I mean, it was interesting that after Wild Force, like that was when they were slowly going into the Disney era. But Wild Force wasn't a part of the Disney era. It was leading into, because they were still owned by Saban, and that was going to be the last season of Saban before they went to Disney and everything. And then they started promoting Wild Force under Disney's name, but the first season of the Disney era was Ninja Storm, just to, you know. And the thing is, I mean, I agree with Rick on certain things about it. The decisions they made with this show, interesting, especially when after, you know, Ninja Storm, and then we find out Jason A. Frank came back as Tommy Oliver, who became a teacher, that was the weirdest thing ever, you know. But hey, if I had a teacher like that was badass at karate, man, hey, I'm all for it. But anyway, besides
I've actually got an education.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, now when they went to RPM and everything, the decision of how they released it, I don't think they were releasing it on JetX at the time, or JetX was gone after a while.
I'm pretty sure it was on ABC Family, and they advertised it as airing at noon. In,
you mean ABC Kids
stuff?
Yeah, ABC Kids. I remember that in the morning.
Yeah, and then but it actually aired at 6 a.m.
Yeah, where everybody's
like the old TV guides you got out of the old newspapers, you know, old days, showing my age here, actually showed that Power Rangers came on at noon.
Nice.
And that 6 o'clock was local paid programming, you know, infomercials. And then they're like, well, there's no ratings, so we'll just cancel the series.
And then what they decided to do
You should have turned around and advertised it as airing at the correct time.
And then let's not forget the infamous them trying to make Mighty Morphin very popular again by showing a bunch of random edits. Now, Ryan, I gotta ask, did you see that? I know you saw the toys they released and everything with the new logo during 2010. Because I know you have the toys and stuff like that. The one I got signed by Gold,
the
revisioning or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch?
No, because it's like I've already seen it. Why would I want to go back and watch it?
It's on YouTube. I would suggest watching 1 or 2 episodes because
it might still be on Netflix, unless they completely changed.
No, the revision is not.
The revision is on YouTube, I believe. But
yeah, the revision is on YouTube.
I would suggest watching it because all they did was add these random effects, like random little freaking things, like when Rita came out.
Floaty hearts.
Yeah, floaty hearts.
When she saw Tommy for the first time.
Yeah, all that stuff, and then when he gets hit by the beat, you know how when Tommy shoots him with the coin to teleport him to the dimensions in darkness, the dark dimension, and it says, it's funny because you know what it says? Betrayed. You'd understand why it's like why, but anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in the future with Power Rangers. Like I said, New Zealand was such a good location for everything they had. Good scenes, but I'm sure they'll find a good location for that as well. So thank you, New Zealand, like I said, for having us there, and we look forward to seeing what comes of Power Rangers in the future. Next up, Ranger Stop, Orlando 2023 guest announcements. Guys, here we go. Just gotta hit the. Here we go. So Catherine Sutherland, Catherine Hillard, the Pink Ranger from Mighty Morphin all the way to Turbo. She will be at Ranger Stop this year. It's gonna be great to see her. We've seen her plenty of times. I swear, it's like whenever we go to Lexington or Power Morphicon, there she is. So she will be there, and he's enjoying himself with those mini plies. And then next up, I mean, you can't have Catherine Sutherland without her sister from another Mister, and her bestie from Power Rangers Playback. Yep, the YouTube channel. It's still running strong, guys. Very interesting. Right? Have you ever seen that before? Have you seen anything on that?
No.
Yeah, they've actually what they did was they actually reviewed like some of their episodes they were in, like Zeo Beginning, I think it was called, which was the first.
Yep.
Yeah. Like 2 episodes of that, and it's kind of funny because she points out that Nakia points out that they had to have a wig put on her head for that scene when she took the helmet off because they couldn't get her hair right the way that she had it stylized when she was under the helmet. So they gave her this freaking wig. So you'd have to watch it. It's hilarious. They're cracking up. It's a cool YouTube channel. So guys, you gotta check out Power Rangers Playback. It's pretty fun. And they do some reviews on toys sometimes. It's a lot of fun. So next up, we've got the duo themselves, Paul Schreier and his partner in crime, Jason Narvi. Don't give him any pies. That's all I'm going to say. They need a pie patrol. at Ranger Stop. Ryan, you've heard the story plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
And Rick, you've heard the story too.
Yeah.
Still love that story because that was the most funniest thing ever. So basically, it was one of those. Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time, and then it went horribly wrong. But yeah, the two of them will be there. It's going to be awesome to see them. And I think this is the first time. I don't know if they've ever actually been to Ranger Stop before. I mean, they weren't there when we were there last time.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so it'll be cool to see the duo there, and hopefully Jason Narvey doesn't end up leaving early, where the fans would take over the panel. And Ryan's heard that story too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the most randomest thing. I mean, I'm like this. I'm like, what? Screw it. I'm going to go up there too. I took my chance. I'm like, you know what? He did it. I took my chance. Good thing no security.
I asked.
Yeah.
Only because the question I was going to ask got asked by the person in front of me, and it's a.
You have room for one more?
Screw it. I'll ask.
At that point, I said, screw it too. I just said, you know what? I'm just going to go up there. He just went up there. He just got it in there. And they're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm coming up there. But it was a fun experience to be on the other side of a panel. And I do like how Paul just went like this. He's like, is your brother here? It's you, isn't it? And I'm like, dude, this guy's. I mean, it would be awesome if they went to the Cincinnati Comic Expo, because these guys are hilarious. And Ryan, I know you would. I think I've told you the story before. They weren't at Lexington this year. I remember that. They weren't there this year, were they? Rick, do you remember?
I don't think they were.
Yeah, they were.
No?
They were there last year because.
No, they were there.
No, I don't think they were.
Oh. Maybe not.
Yeah, because I know that.
I don't know. It all blends together anymore.
Well, because I remember the reason why I remember they weren't there last year is because the year before, on the 22nd, in 2022, is the last time I actually talked to Jason A. Frank and last time, and then also the time where I brought a bunch of freaking cupcakes to Jason Narvey.
Ah.
And I felt like, and did I tell you the story, Ryan? A little bit of it. So let me tell you this before we go on to the next guest. So me and Rick only went 2 days for that, and then because we usually like to do 3 days, that would give more time. And I said to Rick, I was like, you know what? I know we have PMC, but let's just do 2 days of this. That way, it'll give us, still able to, do whatever. Because I wanted to get a chance to go, because I did enjoy it. I just said to myself, you know what? I miss doing conventions. Let's just do 2 days. So the last night this is the first time when we had that problem with a certain hotel.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to get too much into that. But besides the point, at the last night we were there, I'm like, you know what? I think I have an idea. I'm gonna buy Jason Narvey a birthday card and some cupcakes. And I was originally thinking about, should I buy him some candy too? He was like, nah, we'll just stick with the. Rick was like, yeah, let's just stick with the cupcakes, right? Rick,
yeah.
Is that what basically said? So my plan.
You don't need to get him anything else.
Yeah. So my plan was originally just to give him the cupcakes and then sign the card ourselves and then say happy birthday. And then I'm like, I can make this even better. Have the actors that are there sign his birthday, have birthday card, have David Fielding, all the Ranger cast members sign his birthday card. The only one that did not sign it was Dwayne Cameron, because I forgot to go up to because he was upstairs near the vendors. Apparently, he was not allowed to be down with the big boys. Nah, you're overdrive. You go upstairs. Sorry, ties up.
That was actually.
But so I'm going around getting the signatures, and they signed it for free, and then I get the last person. I think it was the last person I needed to get it signed from was none other than Jason David Frank. So here I am, standing in line, holding a birthday card and the cupcakes.
I think I remember this now.
Yeah. It's funny, though, because the thing is, I asked him, like, would he charge me? I mean, would it cost anything for him to sign his birthday card? It's not for me. It's for Jason Narvi. It's like, yeah. She's like, let me ask. And she's like, you know what? It'll be $60. I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't care. You know what? I'll just and then Jason said, did you have the other actors sign this for free? They sign it for free. I'm like, yeah, but it's no problem. It's like, no, go ahead and pick another autograph. I'm like, Jesus God, I'm gonna have to start freaking making I want to have a freaking shrine. I'm surprised I don't have a shrine to this dude. So, and they
you probably should have.
But anyway, so it was funny. All the autographs I got him, and one of them, and I had Paul Schreier, and I was waiting for Paul Schreier for Jason R to get back, and he leaves and then right when I'm in line, I hear "Happy Birthday to you," and I'm thinking to myself, "Son of a." I'm thinking to myself, hurry up, JDF. So, but it was great that the actors signed it. His friends, his castmates, and everything signed the birthday card and the video. Johnny Young Bosch is like Jason Narvi, Q. Happy birthday, or something like that. So, whoops, I won't turn that on, but. Yeah. So, guys, if you're going to be at Orlando for Ranger Stop, make sure to stop by and say hi to Paul Schreier, Jason Narvi. Just don't give them any pies because, it's on.
We want them invited back next time.
Yeah. We don't want them to have to worry about still trying to pay off a wall.
Aren't they still having to pay off that?
I have no idea, but I should ask them. So, did the payment come through finally? You guys are all square?
Don't ask.
I'm not going to ask that. I'm just kidding. So, next guest, we've got Barbara Goodson, the voice of Rita Repulsa and the voice of Robo Rita, which is awesome. And I'm glad that she's going to be there. It's always good to see, she's been very iconic in Power Rangers. She's done a lot of other voiceover work. I don't know who that one is in the background.
She's from Clone Wars. She's one of the Night Sisters.
Well, there you go. That answers my question. So she'll be there as well. So guys, definitely stop by and say hello to Rita Repulsa, and make sure don't give her a headache. So.
I mean, if you give her a headache, she's going to scream at you.
So, yeah, and this one I'm very excited about. Because a friend of ours and an old and our co-host and old admin got this person's autograph. And we're going to actually get to see her in person. I'm saying our new MMPR Yellow Ranger, the daughter of Trini Kwan, Min Kwan, Charlie Kirsch. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome to meet her in person. It's cool that, she's going to be at Ranger Stop, and I think apparently she's from Orlando. I think that's what Michael said. That's where she's originally from. But I'm glad that she's going to be there. It's going to be great. I don't know if she's only going to be there one day. They don't really give any specifics on how many days they're going to be there until later. So, but hey, it's going to be great that she's going to be there, and I'm happy to get to meet her. Who else is going to be there? So, and then next up, we've got a very famous Ranger from Power Rangers in Space that's going to be there. And I'm talking about Patrick David, Psycho Red. Yes, and yes, the Psycho Rangers, I would say, were the most popular evil Rangers of all time. Minus Jason David Frank as the evil, as the evil Green Ranger. But these guys have this. I mean, let's face it, Ryan. Wouldn't you agree that the Psycho Rangers were the most popular evil Ranger team?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan, Rick, what about you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
They're the ones everyone wants to see return.
Mm-hmm.
People want to actually see the Psycho Rangers return more than half the Rangers we've had. And that's not to turn around and degrade those Rangers. It's the fact that having a full team of evil Rangers is just fun.
Oh, yeah. And guys, make sure you guys check out.
I'm not saying which teams people would prefer to see Psychos over, the team to see, because to everybody it's a different choice.
Exactly. So, guys, also he's also stars. Well, he also is in the Power Rangers more extended universe, which is called Power Rangers Bloodline of the Grid.
Oh, the fan stuff.
Yes, and it is awesome.
The fan / former actor stuff.
Yeah, and it's really good. I would definitely recommend checking it out. Mm-hmm. It's a different story. This Colin Bass, he's done a lot of stuff with everything within his Power Rangers extended universe, I think it was called. That's what he called it. And Ryan, have you ever watched any of his stuff? Maybe a little here and there.
If I have, I don't remember.
Yeah, he's done like Rise of the Ninja, the first ninja, the Power Rangers first ninja, and then he had done Power Rangers Shattered Past, which they are releasing the final episode for Shattered Past, which follows a story of Sam, which this Sam has a last name, Sam O'Neill, the Omega Ranger. Which I still think I don't understand why they didn't give us just, but hey, there you go. So next up, guys, if you love the Deer Zord song, then you can always send in a request to Anna Marie Crouch, Princess Shayla of Wild Force. Now, what I understand is originally she wasn't cast for that role of Princess Shayla. Somebody else was going to be playing Princess Shayla. And I can't remember the actress's name, but I know that the look they gave Princess Shayla, for what we know in the show, there was a different look for the character. So
yeah. Princess Shayla's look is more akin to the Japanese look for that same role.
Yeah, and she's really nice, and she does have her. She did have, I think she does have her costume because she has dressed up as her character.
It's probably a recreation of the costume and not the original.
It's a good recreation.
Oh yeah,
I give props to whoever does that kind of stuff. Let's see. Next up, we've got the Iron Bison himself, Jack Guzman, a.k.a. Danny Delgado, the Black Wild Force Ranger. He will be there as well, along with. Well, actually, you know what? We're going to take a pause here with this part because if you guys want to get a photo ops, they're on sale now. Go to rangerstoporlando.com and get your tickets for the photo ops of either a group photo op or a individual. So, but you guys got to have a pass to Ranger Stop in order to do this. You can't just buy a photo op without actually having a ticket. That's like.
And remember, when you do that, let them know. Next year, you want LR4 to sponsor the photo ops. Or you want them to pay us to sponsor.
No,
yeah.
I mean, that's like, let's put it this way. That's like me and Ryan and Rick going to get a photo op with one of the actors at the expo without actually having a pass to the expo itself.
Yeah. You're not going to get in.
Yeah. But I bought my photo op.
Yeah, well, you didn't buy an entry to the convention. And since the photo ops happen inside the convention in one of the conference rooms, you have to buy your pass. So why should I pay for a pass when I've already paid so much for a photo? Because those the rules.
Can't we all just do the photo op in the alley? Because that would technically be outside the building.
There is that dark alley around the corner from there that they could do the photo ops in.
There is that nice little parking lot on that bridge too.
Yeah, but weather.
Yeah, there is a good setting behind the alley where nobody can hear you. I mean,
no
good way to promote our channel.
Actors going blind from camera flashes.
So.
Although I don't think you could hear that anyway, so might be a moot point.
So back to guests that are going to be at Ranger Stop. Another Wild Force cast member, Jessica Ray, aka Alyssa Earhart, the Noble Tiger, the White Wild Force Ranger. She will be there. Was she known as the Noble Tiger? Is that what she was known as? I think I said that right. Yeah, so she will be there, joining Jack Guzman, Anna Marie Crouch, and so 3 out of the. Well, actually, hold up. I think there's another one. It's going to be there with them. Oh, yes. Yep. And then we've got the Soaring Eagle, Allison Kipperman Sullivan, a.k.a. Taylor Earhart, the Yellow Wild Force Ranger. She will be there. You've got 4 out of the 7 cast members of Wild Force, not including the villains.
Well, I thought the actor for Max already was going.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look.
Because I could have sworn we had like 4 or 5 of the actual Rangers from.
Yeah, I think you could be right.
I thought we were only missing 1.
Well,
and that's an understandable one.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
that is very understandable. Yeah, there hasn't been any announcement for.
I must have been hallucinating then.
Yeah. So we 4 out of the 7 cast members of Wild Force are going to be there. And I mean, who knows? Maybe he will be there. Who knows? But we're talking about the Blue Ranger, not.
Yes.
At this point, we can't really say anything about if the Red Ranger from Wild Force is going to be there. It's going to be a very, very long time until he's going to make any appearance for any kind of convention. So,
unfortunately,
yeah, but I mean, good thing is, he's out, and
I
just
just
trying
leave it
to,
there.
yeah, just trying to live his best life right now. So, but so, but we do have a guest that is honoring a legendary Ranger and a fan favorite to everyone in this fandom, mostly everyone, and that is Sky Frank, Jason A. Frank's
Oldest daughter.
eldest daughter. Yep, eldest daughter. She's also known as Royal Sky. She's a singer / rapper, and she's going to be there. And I'm happy that she's going to be there. It's going to be great to finally meet her in person. I've talked to her here and there. I'm trying to set up, and I'll tell you this right now, guys. I am trying to set up an interview for our Facebook Live, so keep an eye out for that once I get everything set up with her. So we'll go over that later. But yeah, it's gonna be great to see her. Rick, what do you think, man? Of her going in honor of her father?
I mean, so be it. It's up to the fans whether they like it or not. And I mean, hopefully she gets a panel so that, maybe tell some of that background between, the fun stuff that, she got to do with her dad, stuff like that. Because, the fans love that stuff.
Yeah, and
if we can get more of that stuff, then all the better. I don't want them, talking about, very personal stuff that
exactly,
and they would like to keep private. I mean, if they choose not to want to talk about something, they just need to be upfront. Be like, look, I do apologize, but I do find
guys,
that
I do want to say this. I think it's great that Sky is doing this in honor of her father. I think it's great that Jenna is doing it in honor of her father as well.
Yes.
And guys, they have a right to do this because they're honoring their father and his memory. And Sky is doing it in a whole different way. Jenna is doing it in her way. So guys, I just say leave it at that. That's all I can say. You guys can all say, "Oh, what does she got to do with Power Rangers?" What does she got? She's living off her dad's fame. It's like, don't start that. Just no. I'm shutting that down right now. But Ryan? What do you think though about Sky Frank going to be attending Ranger Stop?
I agree with you guys. Like, her representing her father and stuff, and be able to reminisce about the good times she's had with her dad and stuff and whatnot. And hopefully it's not in there out of poor taste, but more of while we're all there kind of stuff.
Yeah. And you guys got to remember, I mean, it's going to be a week. It's going to be like the weekend before the weekend of his passing. So you guys got to remember that because, like I said, we're going to be having a Facebook Live tribute to Jason A. Frank on the 19th. That is still happening. That's going to go from 7:30 to 9:30. It's going to be a 2-hour event. So, guys, if you want to be a part of that, just let me know, and we'll try to get as many people in telling us their experience of meeting Jason David Frank, and tell your story, and then we'll try to get to as many people as we can because it's a lot. I got a lot planned for that, so just keep an eye out for that. It's on our Facebook The event is on our Facebook page, so go to our all links and you can look at that. Guys, last guest announcement for this week for Power Rangers related is the man behind the theme song, and that is Ron Wasserman. He has done he's done a lot of composing for Power Rangers, for X-Men, the animated series, Dragon Ball Z, and more. And yeah, when I mean more, he also did the music for VR Troopers. You can see the picture right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is interesting that he did not do the music for all the Saban shows.
Yeah.
But
yet
I
he
mean,
did.
then again,
He did do one for the Disney era of Power Rangers, and that was. Do you remember which one it is, Rick?
Huh?
Do you remember which one? Which one?
Trying to think. Was it Dino Thunder?
No, it was not Dino Thunder, but it was.
It wasn't RPM.
Nope.
Overdrive?
Ryan, can you guess?
SPD.
Ding, 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 ding. What do we have for him, Johnny? Absolutely nothing. Sorry. Yep. He did the composure in this SPD Emergency. That was Ron Wasserman. Which I think it's kind of funny how he did not put that on his repertoire of Ranger. I don't even think. Did he do Turbo? I don't remember. I know he did in Space. I don't remember if he did in Turbo. Yeah, he did Turbo, I think. I can't remember.
Pretty sure.
Did part of Zeo, and then last time was when he did in Space, and then that's when they switched to different composers. So, yeah. But anyway, he's going to be there as well, guys. Rock out to his released. Rock out to some of his music, like this, for example. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always soundtrack. Go get it. The music from that was pretty cool. Because if you like music that has no words to it, you'll enjoy that. The soundtrack for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always was really good. What did you think, Ryan, of what you heard and everything in there? The background music?
I'm trying to figure out which Dragon Ball Z theme he was playing. I think it was the one that I grew up listening to be honest.
Yeah, you're gonna look that up later. Like,
I'm pretty sure that's the one he did because if you get the box set that they sell, I guess at like Walmart, where it's like a seasons, like the whole entire seasons, it's like the original, not the ones that they had on like Toonami and stuff.
I mean, and you can't forget the da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, which that would have been awesome to have in the movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they did kind of a little bit, but at the end of the first movie in X-Men, or something like that. But I was like, at least but they did do that for some of the Marvel stuff. But anyway, guys, next up, we finally have something from the Lightning Collection, which we've been waiting for this for quite some time when they first announced it at their fan stream. And that is the remastered Black Ranger. And yes, guys, he is available on Hasbro Pulse. People were at San Diego Comic-Con, They were able to get their hands on this at the Entertainment Earth booth. So you guys can get this now. So yeah, and Rick, what do you think of everything they've done with the remastered figures and everything with Lightning Collection?
I mean, the remasters are interesting. I did end up getting blue and yellow, the ones that I've been able to get my hands on so far.
Mm-hmm.
Blue was just so I could have 2 Blue Rangers for season 1, season 2 lineup type deal, or beginning and end. Yellow was because I actually wanted the new Trini sculpt.
Yeah.
Other than that, they're interesting. A little more detail, but at the end of the day, how to put it, I think they don't hold up well as a premium redo of figures already released.
Right.
I think it's more in scale of what people should have expected from the beginning.
Right. And here's one thing that kind of is really weird to me. The way they did the release of the Red Ranger, which part of me kind of understands why they didn't include a head sculpt, but part of me was wondering, but kind of still thinking, well, why couldn't they? It's kind of understandable, but at the same time, you still question it.
It's not that they couldn't,
but it's one of those things is
because if they had included Dragon Shield if they had included Dragon Shield with Green Ranger, they still would have provided a Tommy face.
Exactly.
Which is why I say they still should have done Jason.
I agree with you on that. But I kind of understand why they did it. Because due to the fact is they were promoting it with the Red Ranger in Dragon Shield. And he never takes off his helmet in that, and I get that. But at the same time, it's like, but then why didn't you just give it to Tommy and you could still have that option to remove the shield?
Well, the reason that they did it that way was so that they could include Green Candle with Tommy and say, we're doing it for this episode.
Right.
Which is also why Jason doesn't have the Dragon Dagger holster.
That's right.
And which I still say is stupid. They should have found a way to make it attachable.
Yeah. So
like slide over the belt or something.
I'm going to go to Ryan now. We're going to switch to Ryan about this. What do you think of the remastered line for the 30th anniversary of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
It's just extra stuff they've added to the already previous characters that they've had.
Yeah. Well, besides the fact is they actually put the black on the belt, the black lining on the belt, and then also they included the morpher, which I thought that was freaking awesome. Because at first I'm like, do I really need this? And then when they showed the morpher, I'm like, yep, I need it. After the fact they pointed that out, I'm like, I need it. I need it because of this. They got
now that I got those two, the blue and yellow, I'm gonna have to get the others. And I was already planning on getting at least red and green anyways.
That reminds me.
What?
Yeah. Rick and me went to this thing called I can't remember the place, but it sells games there, and then they had the Lightning Collection.
The comics games or the nostalgic games?
Nostalgic games. Remember when I pointed out what they had there that you got at PMC last year?
Yes.
Yeah, they had the Jason 2-pack, Gold Ranger and Red Ranger and Dragon Shield, and I'm like this, and I'm like, why does it taunt me so? Even though we're getting the Red Ranger with the Dragon Shield, I still would have loved to have had that one, but not for the price they were given.
Oh no. The price that they had was more than what I paid for mine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I would have to negotiate a lower price at least.
Well, like I said, I paid less for mine than what that store was charging.
Now,
I mean, don't get me wrong. That probably was or is the going rate for it if you get on like eBay or something. So it's not like they're trying to be like, haha, it's going for $100. I'm gonna sell it for $250.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if you heard this, Ryan, but yeah, I saw that they had the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Jason Lightning Collection 2-pack for $200 there at this place called Nostalgia Games, and I'm like, yeah, $200. So I'm like, no.
For the legacy figures with the sparkly body armor that they have, for where it actually came with their weapons.
Yeah,
I spent $120 on the Pink Ranger.
Oh God!
Everything else was like $20 or $30. It was $120.
Oh, yeah, the weapons that they did not want to do the freaking.
They didn't combine.
Yeah. See, it would have been worth it if they would have combined.
Mm-hmm.
Even
the lances were just one giant weapon. They didn't actually come apart either.
Exactly. So yeah, that's where Bandai dropped the ball on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
But but hey, we got a bunch of other Power Blasters as it is. We got one from the metallic version. We've got one from the basic retro figures, and then we've got
And now we're just waiting for the other four.
The remastered.
No. Cell Shade.
That's if it happens. I'll be surprised.
Probably not. But I mean, if we want a Power Blaster and Cell Shade, we need it.
The reason why I wanted to get that was because the fact is, I think is because they had all three formations of the Blade Blaster.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm not saying the Cell Shade was bad. It was an interesting thing, an interesting attempt.
Yeah, but I mean, you can always use that Power Bow and the Power Blaster to give it some extra color.
Yeah,
I'm surprised Hasbro hasn't made a Power Axe or Power Bow yet to finish off everyone else. Make a giant Power Blaster with that.
Oh, you mean the
weapons?
So yeah, I was actually going to get into that. So as you guys know, I don't think we discussed this before, but that they are going to be. There is, this is from Josh of Toku Topics. He said that they're going to go on hiatus with the Lightning Collection in 2024, and it's supposed to be picked back up in the summer of 2024. And a lot of people are worried.
Or we riot.
A lot of people are worrying about that, and I'm like,
we will burn down the home city of Hasbro.
I will tell you right now,
if they do not pick it back up.
I cannot imagine that they're going to stop the Lightning Collection line.
Because, I mean, they'll be done. I mean, you'll have Cosmic Fury will be done, so they can mainly focus on the Lightning Collection and stuff.
Yeah, and that's
all the seasons they haven't done yet.
That's the thing. That's what kind of really drives me nuts a little bit. Is because when I heard that they're going to go on hiatus for the Lightning Collection, and then they're not coming back until possibly the summer, and I'm thinking to myself of next year, and I'm like, but you'll still be able to sell toys and finish off seasons that haven't been finished. You'll still be able to finish off Beast Morphers.
I think they want to deal with quality control issues.
Yeah. I mean,
Hopefully.
they started out with like decent runs, and all of a sudden you've got mess ups and wrong things in packaging and all that stuff.
And that goes with pros and cons.
Mhm.
Pros.
They'll have the opportunity to address it.
Cons, exactly.
They may not address it because they're like, well, it's on hiatus. Why should we deal with this?
Exactly. So either way, I mean, guys, don't until we hear more. I mean, this is from until we see more stuff on this. Right now, there's still. I mean, what I understand is, even though we haven't gotten anything for this month from Hasbro, which honestly I think is kind of being that it is Power Month for Power Rangers. I can understand why maybe they'll do a Power Week. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Maybe they'll do a Power Day. I don't know. But the fact is, it's just, it's kind of weird that they haven't. Go ahead.
On August 28th, they will be like, hey, here's a 15, 20-second trailer for Cosmic Fury.
Maybe.
Then they'll give us the release date.
That's a possibility.
And that release date will be the last week of September.
Oh, my God.
Just in time for Amazon to be like, hey, that Cosmic Fury Megazord that you've all pre-ordered, it's coming.
Yeah, you should have saved that till the end there, Rick. That's on the topic list. Discuss it at the end.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I don't read that thing. It don't
open
on my phone.
Yeah, anyway.
That's actually a technical issue. My phone's a piece of crap.
So, but yeah, guys. I mean, it is what it is. But so now we're gonna get into his time.
But I'm playing. Let's see.
Let me know when you're ready for the first variant, and then we'll go from there.
Well, that one did not load.
Hold on. Did you go to the
pinned?
All right.
But it didn't load, so I'm gonna find it real quick here.
That's very weird. Let me look. Let's see. That's weird.
I mean, it's such an old pin.
Okay.
There we go.
Did it take you straight to Morphin Legacy?
No, it took me to the Facebook page. Now I'm on.
Yeah,
there.
that's okay.
Okay. No, the pin comment in the group chat didn't work.
It just sends you to the Facebook page.
I think I'm on the right one now. So give me one moment to confirm.
Yeah, is it right here? Is this where you're at?
Yes.
Okay, so then you're good. Okay.
Maybe not.
Where it says October release. Boom Studio.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, your image was a little higher than where I was on the page.
Ah. Okay.
You would think we'd coordinate this, but no. Rick likes to have too much fun. That and Rick is always tired.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead. Let me know when you want me to put the first. Let me know when you got the description for this comic, and then we'll go from there.
You're good.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. So issue 113, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The third chapter of the groundbreaking Darkest Hour event continues as the number of corrupted Rangers pouring through the Master Arch becomes overwhelming. But this time, they're taking captives. As Trini seeks answers from the only beings who may be able to provide them, a powerful Pink Ranger flexes her powers to help Kimberly. But will it be enough? As Dark Spectre's infectious corruption spreads out of the control across time and space. So a powerful Pink Ranger is going to make their appearance. Wonder which one. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was looking at that description too.
Who's Trini talking to? Who are these beings that Trini's talking to that might be able to provide answers? I have a feeling I know who, but they haven't been in the comics for a while now since like a previous event. So where they were killed and then brought back ish. So yeah, we got the main cover for which also does spoil Death Ranger is back. Yeah. Zombie Tommy. Yeah. Take that as you will.
So, Rick, do you
interesting design. They did Pink Ranger for a cover. They're doing White Ranger. They'll do other Rangers.
Rick, do you mind if I jump in here just for a bit? So in the group chat, I always I always come up with ideas for like our Halloween, wishing a happy Halloween for that thing. And I've been doing like stuff based off in the comics. 1 year was the one for Lord Zed when he was in the process of him becoming Lord Zed, if you know what I mean, with the skull and everything different. I think 1 year was the Dark Rangers, and then the other one from the comic, and then the other one was from the Lord Zed and everything, and the other one was the Death Ranger. And Ryan, you're with the group chat and everything. Remember when I asked you guys which one I should use for the Halloween picture?
You immediately said, "I don't think the White Ranger is a good idea," knowing what's coming up, like not too far afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Pink Ranger one, honestly, like even besides, I think the Pink Ranger one's still better, just because of the stance that she has.
Yeah, and it's like, listen, it has nothing to do with worrying about people saying, "Oh my God, that's distasteful." It's like, I mean, let's put it this way: if I did ended up using this, it's Boom Studios did it. Go to them. You know what I mean?
Blame them.
Yeah.
Yep.
But no, guys, that's why I said, you know what? Due to the fact is, with his, 1 year anniversary of his passing coming up, I thought, go for the Pink Ranger design. And then I think they also have one for the Green Ranger, I believe. But I was thinking about doing that one, but I thought to myself, but even though it's not the Green Ranger,
it's the same person.
It's still representing the rain. It's still representing.
Yeah. So, anyways, next variant.
Oh, that was really awesome.
Death Ranger with his helmet off. Really makes you wonder.
There's no head there.
Did he pop his head off?
He's like the headless horseman of Rangers.
That'd be pretty cool.
The helmet talks. I will get you, Rangers.
If the mouth moved. Pretty creepy.
They don't call me the Death Ranger for nothing. I'll bite your ass off.
Well, just think what I can do by moving my head down.
Oh my god. Okay, so you ready for the next variant?
Yeah.
I like this one. This looks pretty cool.
Yeah, this one's actually really nice. Crazy part is this does look like it should be a 2-part cover.
I don't know. Maybe it will be.
It could be. We could see what issue 114 comes out with once we get information on that.
Or maybe a later cover. Who knows? Because they always seem to like it. Just
well, if they do it, it would be 114.
Okay. So, are you ready for the next? So, actually, before we go there, when does issue 113 come out?
Issue 113 comes out on October 25th, 2023. So just a few days before Halloween.
God,
it's actually the last new release before Halloween.
It would have been better if they released it on Halloween. I think that would have been perfect.
Well, the next release is November 1st because they release on Wednesdays. And Halloween's on a Tuesday this year. So it was either release it before or release it after.
All right. So you ready for the next comic that'll be released in October?
Yes.
I still think this is kind of funny.
See if they have the same description here. They do. Okay.
This is the exact same cover they used for the free comic book day.
Yes. However, you do notice the change that they did to the cover, right?
Yeah, because originally they had her grabbing a power coin, which looked like it had.
Well, yeah, but I was talking about right up in the upper left corner. With the Boom Studios logo.
Number
What's
one.
next to it? Exactly.
Yeah, so.
You know what would be real funny? If every issue has this same cover.
Issue 2. Why is it the same cover?
I'm crazy enough. If I were the artist for it, at least the first 5 to 10 issues would have the same cover, just to turn around and set it different from everybody else. Very slight differences.
Mm-hmm.
Like the number up there probably get moved down. Some of the images in the crystal be changed just to make slight differences, but have the same feeling. So
change the hair color.
All these look all the same.
Yeah. So
Change
Rick,
the
go
hair
ahead
color
and
just a little bit.
read the description.
Yep. If you had a chance to join the Power Rangers, would you do it? 13-year-old Siege lives on an isolated lunar colony with her adopted father, but her days on the farm will change forever when she comes across a wreckage with wounded passengers. People from a training academy to be something called Power Rangers. Yeah. Okay. Fresh off their free comic book day preview, the writers introduced bold new expanse of the Power Rangers universe. For the first time, discover the amazing school where Rangers are trained and find out for yourself which Ranger color you would join. Would you test your might as the Red Ranger, never surrender as the Black Ranger, inspire those around you as a Pink Ranger, Show no fear as a Yellow Ranger, or prove that you're the smartest kid on the team as the Blue Ranger. Enroll today.
Or completely
Going to
evil
enroll.
like the
Send
Green
your
Ranger.
enrollment checks to me. I could use the money. My address will be somewhere over in this direction eventually one of these days.
You know what? Or
no, it might actually end up over here. I don't
you know what? Before you go on with this, with the variants and everything, the reason why we don't include green, because then that tells you, or become popular as everyone else. Become the Green Ranger. Start off evil, then become good.
Well, if you're inspired to start off evil and become good, well, we got a Ranger color for you. But if you enjoy just being good and pure of light, we got a Ranger color for you as well.
And if you have the ability to separate
if you
the three guys,
inspire to show up late to your team, and you like one of the fancy colors because you like first or second place in competitions, well, we got colors for you as well.
So let me.
However, if you inspire to be third place, bronze is out of the question.
I gotta say this right now. This is this just came to my mind. Which Ranger you're going to be? Why does this sound familiar? What? Can you guys guess what I'm thinking right now? Ryan, can you guess? Rick, can you guess?
Are you talking about like the old fan club thing?
No. I'm talking about, this is basically the equivalent of Hogwarts. Which house are you going to be a part of? Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw.
Basically Harry Potter, but with 5 houses.
Exactly. That's what it. I mean, am I wrong?
Hey, if they pull out magic wands, we're gonna have to kick your butt.
They did have the Mystic Force.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. Am I wrong?
Mystic Force didn't have a Black Ranger; they had a Green Ranger. I don't think they would have attended this academy.
I mean, guys, seriously.
One of their colors does not match.
Am I wrong?
But how would they sort you in there besides based off of your personality? Because the sorting hat in Harry Potter determined where you went.
Exactly, but
and apparently Blue has to be the smart kid. You know, we can't have any other Ranger be smart.
It kind of reminds me of Harry Potter because of that, except but you get what I'm saying, right, guys? I mean, you think anybody's gonna? They're probably thinking. You think anybody's gonna, think this is kind of a reference to something that, like, they won't know. I did.
Well, anyways.
Anyway, let's go to the variants. Okay, that's one, and then here we go.
So, the first variant here. Yeah. So, Sage. I guess the newest recruit to Ranger Academy. So, design layout-ish. Concepts. Sure.
I mean, I like
Ranger.
I mean, I do like,
or Black Ranger.
I do like the design of the suit, the uniform.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that they actually. I mean, I'm curious of what they're going to do when they become Rangers.
If they become Rangers,
I hope, because it's called Ranger Academy.
Well, it's the Academy. They're getting trained. It could literally end with their graduation ceremony and then be like, oh, well, you'll join a Ranger team when there's an opening. Have a nice day.
You'll join the Rangers when we actually have a new.
When the Morphing Masters decide to give us new Ranger powers,
when they can figure out
never
what
seen
they have
before on Earth.
So what do we have in using? The Greek mythology. Let's do it. Perfect. It's it's morphin time. Thor power. Power of Thor. Power of Poseidon. Nobody wants to be Hades.
Poseidon would be a blue ranger. Thor would be a yellow. Hades would be the black ranger.
Zeus
would definitely be a red ranger. Odin would be a red ranger. Depending. Well, I mean, we've already mixed Norse and Greek mythology anyway, so screw it.
What have we done with that before? I'm trying to think. Are we talking about Megaforce or Mystic Force? When we done that? I'm trying to think. Or the Thunder Zords.
I mean, yeah, the Thunder Zords were Power of Thunder. Zeus or Thor there.
All right, so next variant.
Although that was Chinese mythology. Yeah. So this is the 1 in 10 variant as well, just so you know.
Yeah, I wonder what house that is. I mean,
that is the inside of the academy. Looks like the gym. Because you got the basketball hoop, you got some odd basketballs, you got a rock climbing area. Because, you know, on an alien world, learning about being a ranger, they have basketball. And incandescent light bulbs.
Hey, you got to stay fit. I mean, come on.
They have freaking incandescent light bulbs.
Oh, so you ready for the next variant?
Yeah.
Rick pointed this out to me, and I thought this makes me laugh now when he told me this.
So this version is the 1 in 25 variant. However, the one that does not have the Ranger Academy logo is the 1 in 50 variant. So they reused this same cover, just removed the title of the comic to make it a more rare variant. But yeah, look at the girl with the braided ponytail in the background there. They're running. And she's just like, yeah, I'll keep my hands behind my back.
The one up front looks like she's staring at something. What's up there?
I'm going to do something.
They're running like a track and field.
She's like not giving she's not giving any
and care. The girl in the background's just like,
hey guys, you want to see a trick? I can run without moving my arms.
But if you notice, the guy has a yellow stripe on his uniform.
Yeah.
The girl in the background has the red stripe on her uniform. And zoom in on our main character here.
Sage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a colored stripe yet.
It's in her hair.
I was about to say. Well, they kind
can't say that because the one guy's got pink in his hair.
Yeah, but he has the yellow stripe.
Yeah.
Whereas the girl in the back has the red stripe. So maybe our main character doesn't get assigned a ranger color for training until later on.
Yeah, Ryan, you do. I mean, now, Rick, when does this come out?
The release date for this is October 4th. Yes. It is earlier than most of Boom Studios' Power Rangers series have released.
So it comes out before 113. Wow. That's...
It comes out... let me check, but...
Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before, maybe?
It comes out the week after Power Rangers 112.
Oh wow. So Ryan, so I'm trying to think now. With Rick, you probably can help me with this. With them releasing the free comic book day preview, now does that mean that they're gonna continue off the free comic
They're
book day?
going to, yes, the free comic book day is part of the series.
So that's basically a prelude to before issue 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Although they may give a little bit more of a backstory, but expand on the free comic book day, but they won't have that comic in this comic.
Okay.
It most likely will get referenced. So if you don't have the free comic book day comic,
Like
odds are it will be released in the first trade paperback.
Possibly, yeah. And it's
just because that's usually when a free comic book day comic is important to the storyline, it gets released. Marvel's done it with several of their free comic book day issues, like Secret Empire. It actually was, if you didn't get the free comic book day issue, you were pretty much lost right there at the beginning. Like, what the hell happened?
Right.
Because it actually was a critical issue for the series.
Okay. So, yep. And guys,
think of them releasing like the finale as a free comic book day exclusive. It's like, or the plot twist.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no. But
so anyway,
they'll do it.
Let me just say, yep. So there you go, guys. That's from Rick's Boom Time. And, Rick, now I know that you weren't, you weren't, I mean, what do you think? I mean, what are you looking forward to reading more of? I mean, I know
I do personally enjoy the Mighty Morphin storyline that's going on right now. I will definitely be getting this. I'm hoping it's good because we always want the comics to be good.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Okay, so yeah, and I gotta say, I mean, I really need to go back and continue reading all the way to. I just haven't gotten down and taken time to read it. So, but I will get back to continue. I think I just started getting into the end where it leads into Shattered Grid, and I'm really behind on that. So, hopefully, so I'm going to be playing catch up here and all that. I don't get the individual issues because I do like the trade paperback, and that way at least has 4 of the issues in there, and they come released and all that stuff. So, we're going to wait for Ryan here.
But anyways, while we wait, remember, support your local comic book shops. Support your local small businesses. It's a tough world out there right now. And every little bit to help your local small businesses, your local community, can go a long way. So support the local comic book shops.
Yeah.
Make sure, you get that paper copy. Enjoy the read.
Now,
enjoy the feel, the smell of the printed ink.
Now, Ryan, if you had to, would you ever try to go back and read any of the comics of Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that you let me borrow was actually really good.
What was that one I let you borrow? Try to think.
Something with Kimberly.
Ranger Slayer?
No, that was it was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Power Rangers Pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah, I mean the series is great. I mean these are basically what if this happened, basically, or all what if. In a way, They try to. I mean, if they try to. I mean, parts of it try to play canon.
Well, it's an expanded alternate universe of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Right now. Like, you got right now in the comics where it's at. Season 2's episode, The Wedding, is theoretically impossible at this point. Yeah.
At this point, I mean, at that point, you know, at some point they'll probably get to that.
Yeah.
At some point, but I can understand what you mean.
Yeah.
So,
like, they're going to have to be like, this, and this happened that caused, like, Shattered Grid, where it pretty much remade the universe back into the fold to allow certain things to happen. Because after Shattered Grid, it's like you had Tommy dying, you had him coming back, you had the Rangers knowing of alternate universes. Then now after Shattered Grid, it's like, oh, the peace conference was a sham. And that was used to allow Jason, Trini, and Zach to leave Earth. And it was Jason that begged for Tommy to come back and, you know, essentially lead the team.
Okay. So now, guys, we're going to move on to our next topic. And this will basically cover this next topic. So there you have it, guys. Hasbro PulseCon for one day in September, September 22nd. We will have some Power Ranger news there. I mean, I'm excited to see what's going to be announced and everything. You're fine. You're fine. So I don't know. I mean, now let me ask. I'm going to ask my admins here, my co-host as well. Well, yeah, they're my admins and co-hosts. Ryan, what do you think is going to be announced, if you had to guess, for Power Rangers?
The hiatus.
Well, that's what you're getting right now, but then, you know what? We'll have to wait till 2024 for the next stuff.
Probably a lot of the Cosmic Fury toy line. That's the only thing I can really think of.
Rick, what about you? What do you think they're going to announce?
Possibly a lot of Cosmic Fury news. They're probably going to stay away from Lightning Collection. You know, hoping that people just don't ask. And then go from there. We may get one last or two last announcements for new Lightning Collection items before said hiatus. Just because I have the feeling that they already have it developed, and it wouldn't surprise me if they announce both Power Axe and Power Bow as upcoming Lightning Collection releases to go with the other three weapons for the Power Blaster. It wouldn't surprise me if they have like a prototype made up or a 3D model rendering printed up. But if they actually have physical items, would actually be really great.
Now,
But
here's
I could
what
see like the Power Axe being released sometime in like end of October, beginning of November, and then like Power Bow January, February, and it could be vice versa on the items.
Now, here is my guess. Okay, it's just a guess.
Or be a 2-pack.
I'm not showing the image or anything. I was originally going to do that, but then I thought, you know what? Everybody's seeing it. We're going to wait till we actually get an actual link to it. Guys, there has been confirmation from these leaked photos, which I'm not going to post up here right now, but we are getting a 4-pack for the Omega Rangers from the comic.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that could literally just be it. But they say, oh, by the way, guess what? Here.
And also, here's another thought. I mean, I agree with Ryan on the Cosmic Fury stuff and everything, and I agree with Rick. Be interesting. I mean, I think it'd be interesting if they did do that with the weapons. But also, another thing that could be announced, but I'm not going to say what it is. I'm just going to, because, it's already been talked about and everything. I think we're going to get the reveal of what Jason A. Frank was working on with Hasbro. I'm not going to say what it is. You guys have seen it all over the place. I'm not going to, but it's something that Jason has been working with Hasbro. We all heard the news of it, the news about it and everything. So that might be.
He actually was willing to work with them on if they did it his way.
Yes. So those are my two guesses. More likely.
We might actually get that.
More the
I did actually forget about that.
And whatever Jason A. Frank was working on with Hasbro. And I'm hoping that this certain item, that whatever it is for Jason A. Frank, I'm saying whatever it is, I mean, it's more likely going to be it. I'm not going to say what it is, because everybody's already seen it. And I think, I think Ryan knows what I'm talking about. Rick. And I'm just hoping that it's not going to be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. I'm hoping it's not. Because I think Jason A. Frank, fans of Jason A. Frank deserves it more than just as a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, PulseCon exclusive.
Yes. It should not be a Hasbro PulseCon exclusive. It shouldn't even be a Hasbro exclusive.
Exactly. That's what I'm going with.
It should be, if they choose to do it as an exclusive, do it like the others as a GameStop exclusive.
Or fan channel.
Yeah.
I would suggest fan channel or GameStop exclusive. Because the thing is, it's like, this
other versions having GameStop exclusives, and the original, I think, was a Walmart exclusive, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, listen, either way, I do plan on getting this item because it's one of the last things that Jason A. Frank gave to the fans. And then, with the Legend of the White Dragon coming out next year in 2024, the first quarter of 2024, I think, I'm just hoping it's not going to be that case. Because I honestly, I'm just trying not to, get too emotional about this, but it sucks that he wasn't in the 30th anniversary special.
We understand why, though.
Yeah, because he had his reasons. We understand that. And then also with Amy Jo Johnson, she had her reasons, and then Austin St. John, we knew about what that was about. There was no question. There was no questions. There was no questioning that. So, but
I mean, technically, if they had done certain filming in the U.S., they could have.
True, but I just, Ryan. What do you think, man, about what we're saying? Hopefully that this certain item is not going to be a Hasbro Pulse or a Hasbro PulseCon exclusive.
I agree. I think it should be, like you said, GameStop or Fan Channel, not the Hasbro Pulse stuff.
Because then it's like, I mean, you would have to have like a premium thing, and then that's guaranteed that you'll be able to get it.
Well, that would be if they limit. Well, one, they would limit the sale so many per, but if they do it as a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, it would be wise of them to do it in an interesting way. Yes, we're going to limit how many you can get. However, we're going to leave the pre-orders up for 5 days. And any pre-order we get, we will make sure that gets built and sent out. We're not going to limit it to, we're only producing X number. We'll leave it up for 5 days. That gives everybody a chance to be able to pre-order it. So if you have Hasbro Pulse exclusive, you do get first dibs. However, you're not going to be able to cause a sellout. If we get 10 million orders, we produce 10 million of these. If we get 10 orders, we produce 10.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I think that would be the best way for them to do it if they do it as a Hasbro Pulse Con or Hasbro Pulse exclusive. If they release it to general public as a GameStop exclusive or a Fan Channel exclusive, then they're going to be making a lot anyways.
And if anything, I would, with the Omega Ranger 4-pack, if anything, I could see that maybe as an Amazon exclusive, or maybe even.
I think that's going to be an Amazon exclusive.
Or maybe even, this is just me talking on my ass here, but maybe even a GameStop. I mean, they could do it as a GameStop if they wanted to.
They can do whatever they want. They can make it a Best Buy exclusive.
Oh God, we never had what we actually
Walgreens exclusive.
No, I swear to God.
Make Walgreens.
Everybody will be going with pitchforks. Like, no.
How dare you not have it yet?
I'll tell you right now, when the Invisible Phantom Ranger came on sale on Hasbro Pulse, I'm like, no, I didn't wait. I'm like, no, I'm getting it. And the funny thing is, they had it available. They had 3. They limited to 3 per per person, and I'm like, 3? 3 per person?
Yeah, because they didn't expect to actually sell too many.
Because they already got it overseas. But anyway, guys, I'm looking forward to seeing Hasbro PulseCon. Really great. Next up, we do have another topic. This is for Funko, the celebration of the 30th anniversary. They have the we haven't had Funko in quite a while. Because we've had what have we had? We had the Rita from San Diego Comic-Con, and I think they sold that on their website, and that just sold out like that. But they also released the Rangers with their signature weapons in celebration of the 30th anniversary. And these are available on Amazon. I put the links in the description. If you guys, a lot of the links are in the description. So guys, make sure you look to see what you can get. So, just to help you guys out. And then they also have a keychain version of them. Oh, you got it. Nice. Where'd you get that? At GameStop?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. They only had one, didn't they?
Yep.
Of course. But I don't have any room for.
From what I've noticed by visiting multiple GameStops, it seems like every GameStop may have got one.
Yeah, please don't buy that for me because I have no room to put anything for Funko Pops.
So you might want to check your GameStop, see if they have it, if you're interested.
I checked; they didn't have it there, so I'm not really that interested in it, unfortunately, because I don't have any room for it. But they do have the Ranger. Like I said, everything's in the description for purchase. You can get these directly on Amazon. I put them with their Ranger colors, including the keychains and the Funko Pops themselves, that include their their signature weapons they're holding. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
I
from
those probably.
Funko Finders, this was a originally this was a I think this was originally a NFT, Funko Pop digital, but they released it now as a PX, which is a a preview exclusive. So
Yeah,
that means you can actually get this, and apparently this one glows in the dark. So that's
that's
pretty
what
cool.
I need.
And
Wake
also,
up in the middle of the night and see Ranger Slayer there.
hold the bow. I go get you. So next up, we've got this little shadow thing, and what looks to be a
Proton pack.
yep, a little cooler pack that you can put all 6 of the Soda Funko Power Rangers. So they haven't really released an image of what they're looking like, but obviously it is Power Rangers, so we'll see more information on that down the road. I might put the link up later for the Ranger Slayer because I don't think it's in stock right now. But when it comes into stock, I will definitely put the link in the description below later if it's available. But the other ones are available on Amazon. As of when I checked before putting it on there, but just if you guys are interested, definitely purchase those. So next up, guys, we have some this news of this PDF, which can't really read it very well, but this is something I wanted to discuss. This is a business investor letter of what I found while searching about this. This topic's called Hasbro sells E1. Let's see, move from studio. It's going to let me show the PDF on here. Hold on.
Are you sharing confidential business information and don't want that business to track you?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Hey, it's already out there, so.
Then do not use businesssharefiles.com, or it does not exist.
So here you go, guys. Let's see. So this is the business letter right here. If you want to take a look at this, I gotta go find the PDF for it. Oh, there it is. So basically saying that they are selling the properties of from E1, like so today's including ongoing development of Transformers and GI Joe franchise, Play-Doh, Hasbro board game. So, but there's nothing about Power Rangers in here. So what I understand. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you. This is the letter and everything. I'm not going to read it because there's a lot of stuff. And they did sell it to Lionsgate. The reason why
conspiracy.
So this is the reason why I brought it up. Because this is, embrace kind of connects to respect the past, embrace the future, kind of. But here is why I brought this up. Because I saw this one video from the Ping Pong Flicks, not bashing you, man. But a lot of people are thinking because Hasbro is selling E1 to Lionsgate, that means people are probably thinking that we're going to be getting a sequel that we haven't gotten, a long time waited sequel to the 2017 Power Rangers movie. And they're thinking that, Power Rangers is going back to Lionsgate, so since they're selling E1. This has nothing to do with this. They did not mention anything about Power Rangers. Power Rangers, what I understand and what I read, is still on the course of the reboot with Jonathan Atwill. So, guys, I know everybody wants a sequel to the 2017 movie.
Well, it's kind of like there are a lot of people, but I wouldn't say everyone.
Well,
I think we're actually beyond the point of where that would be viable.
Now, guys,
which is unfortunate.
Yeah. If you guys really want a sequel that bad, this is as close as you're going to get for sequels. For a sequel is the Boom Studio Power Rangers Aftershock, and then the What If by Patrick Sky, Rise the Dragon, the six issue story of the Green Ranger. What could have
first issue is out now.
Yep. We do have it pinned to the top of our Facebook page, guys. There's only a few of these ones left, so I would definitely jump on that and get it. But the other one, it's $10 plus $4 in shipping and handling, plus whatever the tax is. So it's $10. That's not a bad price for a comic. And whatever you pay, $4 for shipping.
It's a decent sized comic. It is a fan-made comic. It's not from a full-out publisher like DC or Marvel. So
or Boom Studios.
Yeah. Well, I was using the big two. But yeah, even Boom Studios has a good production studio to produce comics, whereas this is an individual making his own.
Yeah, but my point is with this whole topic
support not just local comic shops, but even your local comic creators.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ryan, I think you need this in your life. You need this in your life.
Yeah, it's definitely a good story. It's a different take.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not going to give you information. I got a copy myself.
Yeah, they don't. Just let you know, guys, they don't have the helmet variant one anymore. That's gone.
Yeah.
It's sold out. They still have a few of these ones.
Let's just say, what I'll tell you is, yes, Green Ranger appears. Yes, the suit is different than what we had in the actual show. And yes, it is Tommy Oliver. It is a male Tommy Oliver, so those that were hoping Tommy would be a girl, sorry about your luck. I think it's better to leave Tommy as a boy for the fact that they want to count this as part of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Anyway, but
yeah.
But my point is, guys, this whole article has nothing to do with Power Rangers. I just wanted to point that out and just wanted to state that fact. So, what I understand is we've seen like a lot of talks about that the reboot's still happening. We don't know when it's happening. It's probably going to be released. I mean, with them saying they're going to go on hiatus with Power Rangers in 2024, then they're not going to be having anything because we're not. And a lot of people think, does that mean we're going to get a 31st season? I'd be surprised because they're gone. If they left New Zealand, then it's like, well,
they may, like I said before, already have a studio set up that they use for other stuff and move Power Rangers into it.
Well,
they can do what they're doing with King Ojo.
With the strike going on, it's kind of hard to do anything.
Well, that too.
So
if they use U.S. workers, however, they may not use union workers either. I mean, that was part of the reason for going to New Zealand was to keep them from wanting to be part of the union. Funny saying.
Let's go ahead to our next topic.
What they could do is use one of the production studios they already have and produce a season.
I'm shaking my head because I said, can we move on to the next topic and move from this? I know you take breaths here and there, dude. I get your point.
You like to stop me in the middle.
Well, because we're already, it's like 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So let's go.
I do have a quick question.
Oh God.
So has anyone seen? So we've all seen the latest Transformers movie, right?
I have not, but I'm good. So,
well, there is that bit of post-credit scene involving other Hasbro IPs. So since Power Rangers is owned by Hasbro, is there a possibility of a crossover?
Oh, people would love that. People would love that.
I mean, Power Rangers with the Zords are pseudo Transformers anyways.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've had sentient Zords in the past.
Ryan, were you just saving that just to chime in with that?
Actually, no, it wasn't until you brought in that thing about selling their rights or whatever to Lionsgate and all those names on there, and I remember that they were talking about having a cinematic universe with those with certain properties and stuff. So since Power Rangers is part of the properties, there's a possibility of a crossover with any of them.
That's true. So anyway, we're going to go into our next topic, which is
excuse me.
That's how I'm going to be bringing in the topic of Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. But it's not a trailer, unfortunately, guys. But it is something we've discussed before, and now we can actually get more details into it. Just this week, we finally got the confirmation. This is an Amazon exclusive. And Ryan, do you want to tell them what the price is for this?
$72.
Yep. $72.99 plus whatever ship. Or if you're Prime, then
yeah. That's just a weird dollar amount. 70? No, that's too cheap. 75? No, that's too much. $72.99. Perfect.
And here is a look at the Megazord itself. I mean, I didn't use a lot of the images for this because, but then I'll look at the back of the box. There's the image of the back of the box, and that's what the Megazord looks like. Which I've got to say, seeing the images, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't. But it's just that what I've seen of people reviewing it, it is lacking thereof articulation in the legs.
Yeah, but I mean, when it comes to the articulation for the Zord, the Japanese version didn't have much articulation either.
No.
So
that's what I was going to. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Rick. Now, I said this to Ryan. Did the Japanese version have any articulation in the arms?
The arms could go up and down, but that's it.
What about
that was mainly because the Red Ranger Zord, when he's in the Voyager mode, the arms have to fold 180 degrees for the claws.
So what about does the waist move at all? Or the head? No, okay. So what I understand,
head rotates because of Voyager to Zord mode. And the legs had a little bit of movement, but not much.
So, guys, here is some of the options. You know, the playability with it. Yes, I do understand. And it does all well, as we know in Q Ranger, the Qtamas, they do come off, and they do separate from the Zords. And
speaking of which,
right here, you look, you get all 5 Zords in this mega pack. You get the Lion Zord, and then you also get the Shark Zord, the Camillo Zord, the Wolf Zord, and Bull Zord. And yes, I saw the directions and everything in the Green Ranger's Zord is called the Cosmic Camillo Zord. Then the Gold Ranger's Zord, which is the Yellow Ranger's Zord in Q Ranger, but that's going to be the Gold Ranger's Zord, which is going to be, we all know, is a swordfish. And we all know it's a marlin swordfish. We all know that. But they went with...
Hi, Shark!
They went with baby Shark to do.
Hi, Shark Sword!
Hi, Shark Sword. That doesn't look like it. I mean, let's look at it this way. Samurai. Super Samurai. Perfect example. Shark attack mode. I never seen a land shark with feet. I never seen a shark that has feet. You remember? You know what I'm talking about, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In the Japanese, Shinkanger, that was a dinosaur.
Yes. You see, the crazy part is all they had, well, they couldn't actually call it the Dragon Zord because of the fact that they already had a dragon in that Megazord formation.
The true.
So, yeah.
And here's another example. RPM on the marketing for the Green Ranger, the Green Shark Ranger.
Yes.
And apparently his Zord was supposed to be like a shark. The tailspinner.
Yeah.
But in Goanger, it's an orca. It's a killer whale.
Oh, yeah. It's not the first time they've changed what a Zord is designated. Screw that, it looks like that.
It's just a little nitpick, just a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal.
I mean, the Deer Zord from Wild Force could have been called the Reindeer Zord. And, nowadays people would have had a what's that called? Excrement fit.
Well, at least they didn't call it the Bambi Zord. How awkward that would be. Where's his mother? Oh.
She's not dead. She's helping the Rangers to fight bad guys.
Yeah. That's awkward. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But right here, guys, as you can see, now with the other Zord, the Green Ranger Zord, it's called the Camillo Zord, which is a chameleon. They just got rid of the end and everything.
They shrunk the word.
Yeah, so it's called the Camillo Zord. It is going to be a chameleon.
The reason they didn't call it the Chameleon Zord is because Jungle Fury already had one.
Well, we already know. I mean, it's going to be a chameleon.
But it would have been the first time that they reused names of Zords.
I don't have a problem with it being called the Camillo Zord. It's still known as chameleon. It's just
yes, but at the same time, they can say, "Oh, well, Camilla."
So here's
named it after her. It's named after a villain.
Oh God! So here is the look at the. So what looks to be that you're going to get extra
parts.
Yep.
The arms that you see holding the swords actually slide out of the arm area, which you can tell from the Voyager mode how they're pushed in. So you're going to get the arm that's going to be like this guy's here that slides out. And then
And that does not come on. That's not with the Japanese version.
No.
This is all the U.S. Right.
Those hands, the swords are English exclusive. The feet, in a way, you could do that with the Japanese version, except it didn't have the Dino Fury little fist things. You would have to essentially use the base to.
And what is very interesting about this is that they are including another orb in there, another gold orb.
Yes.
I mean, at this point, I mean,
although they may not be including a second gold orb. Well, no, maybe they are, because zoom in on the combo picture.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm like, hello.
In the review that I watched, they had separate Zords and he had an extra gold orb.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that is on there. So yeah, probably.
I was about to say. So also with this,
red.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't just include like a champagne colored one and say, "Well, this is the orb for Zato for if he ever controls the Zord."
Yeah,
that'd have been interesting.
Don't ever expect it.
But the four.
I mean, you got the Thunder Assault team vibe with that base.
Mm-hmm. And you can include the warrior mode or battle mode.
Yes.
The cosmic Zord battle mode.
Yes.
With that.
The funny part, though, is in that design for the battle mode, they forgot one crucial aspect of that Zord. Were the Zords piloted? Not in, but in the orbs.
Yeah.
If they keep that for Cosmic Fury.
I'm sure that's going to be there. They're going to keep that.
So, which would mean that based on this image, the warrior mode would be controlled from the legs.
I understand that's what Simon Bennett said, that the Zord, they're going to be interpreting, them going to be in
the typical cockpit they've been doing.
Yeah,
Yes.
basically. Instead of just like a regular grayish cockpit.
Yeah.
I never had a problem with that.
It's just funny.
But also, Ryan, can you tell us something about the base? The little sled.
It can become a jetpack when you put in the Megazord form on its back, and it just looks wonky. Like the platform that the other four Zords go on can fold out to put the warrior mode on there. Well, there's a piece on the back that you could strap to the back of the Megazord, so it has like a jetpack that also would use as a backpack for the swords that it has in its warrior form. And it just looks janky. Like if it folds up, it may not be terrible, but it's just like another thing. Like we don't know what to do with this.
Design is very weird. What I saw of Tokyo Topic.
I am so tempted to order this.
Part of me is there too, but I want to wait till it comes in stores.
And so, but speaking of which, that was going to get to that. Thanks for that. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Now, here's a really dumb question before I immediately cut you off. So, if that other orb that they randomly decide to add to the warrior form, if that's going to be Zato's, that means two people are going to be piloting it. And if it's just her, are they going to have an extra gold orb, or are they just going to make another red one?
Honestly,
They're not going to use the warrior mode in the show.
More than likely. That's just for playability. More than likely. It's more likely just going to be a toy exclusive.
Yes.
That's more than likely what it's going to be. I'd be surprised if they did it. I'd be like, well.
I mean, don't forget what they did with
the Turbo Falcon Zord.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Turbo
giving out
Falcon
Megazord
Megazord.
mode, and then being like, "Oh well, you got to watch the series to find out."
I watched it and I didn't see nothing. I
watched it and I was disappointed.
I watched it and you got my hopes up.
Well, that the Titan is for in space.
Oh god! But
Never in the
so,
show.
like Ryan was saying, yeah, they are going to be releasing these in retailers. They are. That's what we understand. It will be released, like at Walmart, Target.
Probably as 3 separate Zord packs.
Well, actually, I think what he said it's probably going to be a Thunder Zord type of thing.
Yeah, where you get the red Zord by itself, and then you get the other 4 as the
exactly because they have so that makes kind of sense if you think about it.
Unless the base and the swords are exclusive to the Mega Pack. Kind of like how the stand was with the little figurines for the Beast Morphers Megazord.
Oh, yeah, that was for the little figurines, though.
Yeah,
that was. But I would have to say, maybe more likely, we're probably going to be. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing. I mean, I'm tempted, like Rick said, he's tempted to buy in this. I'm tempted to buy this myself because that way I don't have to go hunting for it. Yeah. Apparently, there's some pegs on the back that if I end up buying this from Amazon, and I'll be doing a review. I will do a review on it, and apparently on the back there's some pegs and everything. Any reason, a lot of people are like, oh, they're probably not going to call it this. It's like more likely they're going to be called the Cosmic Fury Orbs because right here on this Morpher, this is the Cosmic Fury Orb. More likely that's or their Cosmic Pods or whatever, where they
Cosmic Pods, Cosmic Controls, Consoles,
something like that. Yeah. And this is just some idea.
It wouldn't surprise me if the Rangers have to go to a hidden location, kind of like with the Mega Voyager, and get these Zords.
So let me do some. I mean, I didn't really do a complete review. I mean, I did a review on this, but with this, the being the Morpher. I mean, hopefully they have this gimmick, this thing on the actual show where the back part opens up because it would make sense and everything. So,
but you would have thought that it would make sense to actually have it look like the show.
And, I mean, yeah, that would have been nice. Hey, if somebody wants to make a 3D print of the cuff, and that way you can actually connect it to it, get on that. That'd be awesome. That way you can actually have the 3D print, and you just put the Morpher in there yourself, and then have it. That way you have the cuff all the way around. That'd be awesome for something to do. So anyway, my guess is they'll press that to call their Zord, and that's when they get into the orb or something. And I do think it's kind of funny. I still think this part's funny. That don't sound right. But what I'm really curious about for Cosmic Fury
sneeze
is this.
It's morphin' time.
You know what? Turn off the lights in here. So that way we can get a good look at it as well. Whoa, what the heck was that? Did it just turn off? That was pretty cool. I didn't never heard that. So turn this off for a little bit. Oh God, wait a minute. Is it going to go back to red? Yes, it is. I gotta go back to the schemes for a minute. I'm curious about how they're going to do this. The orange Cosmic Fury Ranger. I am very looking forward to that. Considering they're promoting a Ranger that's not promoted on the packaging. They're keeping that hush hush.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll never maybe it won't actually happen.
Maybe
Don't
it's
you say
there
that.
as a way to make people curious
Watch it.
about the series.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So anyway, guys, that was our episode. Hopefully we get some more news on Cosmic Fury. And if we do, more likely me, Rick, and Ryan will do a reaction to the trailer. Or if we get some before that, maybe we'll have another webcast this month. At the end of this episode, we will not have an episode title or thumbnail yet because I haven't come up with a new episode title just yet. So
In other words, we'll probably see you sometime after the 28th of August.
Probably. What was I going to say? Oh, so also, like I said before, the actress Talia, the actress that played Commander Shaw, aka also General Shaw, is supposed to be in Cosmic Fury. I read in that article. There's also, let me just point this out there, guys. Catherine Sutherland did mention something in her Instagram saying, "Are you guys excited for next month for Cosmic Fury?" So it looks like Cosmic Fury will be coming out next month because she kind of posted that this month and she said next month. So that means maybe Cosmic Fury is coming out next month. And hopefully we do get something this month promoting Cosmic Fury. Hasbro, please just give us something. You're already giving us the toys. Might as well give us a trailer.
At least.
Okay, wow, that just seems creepy. But I just want to also say this, guys. A lot of people now, there's a lot of speculation with this, saying like, maybe that means that Catherine Sutherland's going to be in this. If anything, more likely David Yost is, because I know David Yost more likely stayed to film one episode of Cosmic Fury. So, the one ranger that's going to more likely be in there from Mighty Morphin is going to be David Yost. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let's go ahead and do our little sign-offs. Ryan?
I don't know what to say.
Pretty much.
It's a great show. Definitely looking forward to do it again. As you teleported me out of here.
What happened to my arm? Oh, my arm! It didn't take me. It took my arm. Why don't I take my arm? Why? Gotta get this fixed. You see something flopping around. There's a bull crap. My arm's doing the worm. I can feel it, but it's not there. Oh, that's terrible. Rick?
Support your local comic book shops, support your small businesses. Be ready for Cosmic Fury. And maybe we'll get the trailer on Power Ranger Day and get the series the week before the toys come out. Or maybe we get it on December 31st.
You're fine.
I don't know. I'm just saying, that would still be this year.
Mm-hmm.
They may postpone it. Who knows?
So,
but
I'm going to go ahead and do my outro. I'm going to do my outro here. Here we go. All right, guys. Yeah, this one's been a long episode. Happy Power Rangers. Happy Power Ranger month, guys. Happy Power Month. 10 years. This has been awesome. The mystery box contest is coming. I only have like 3 more trivia questions to add to that. So it will be posted. My plan is to post it before or after me and Rick come back from Ranger Stop in November. So I'm still trying to figure that out. And remember, we do have that Facebook Live event, tribute event for Jason Dave Frank, which is just going to be titled LR4 Facebook Live JDF. It was originally going to be called Hero and Role Model, but I just went with JDF because it's all about, honoring him. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching again. Also, let me bring back the other guys very quick. I think I want to bring this up. Also, to people in Maui with all the fires, I hope everybody's staying safe. And us as us from LR4, I want to send a lot of love and everything and prayers to everybody that made it out of the wildfire in Maui. Ryan, would you like to say something?
Prayers and support for all the people out there during that horrible time. That they find comfort.
I think he needs to write stuff down from now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like food? Do you breathe? Rick?
Hopefully they're safe. Hopefully the people can get out, stay safe, rebuild quick. It's see, this is why I don't write speeches. It's a tough situation, and definitely prayers with them.
But guys, make sure you guys like our Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube, and also follow us on Instagram and also on Twitter, now known as X. Well, I'm just going to call it Twitter X. I don't care. It's
just remember, follow the X. It will get you where you need to go.
And as
just don't follow your X, because that could cause problems.
That is awkward. All right,
yes.
Guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay more phenomenal. And as Zordon always says, may the power protect you. And remember, see you next time. And I think I can go ahead and sign this out. Are we still live? We are.